Good morning, Amanda Ambles here. I've been a little bit quiet recently. I've been trying to find a little bit of inner peace amidst all the chaos, all the turmoil, all the battles, all the wars. And it's just been, I keep on pulling the inner peace card in the True Love Tarot. So it's all about finding that inner peace, that inner core, that rootedness. So, once you start to root and ground, what I've noticed is it feels a little bit like the world is kind of spinning around you. And I've been very focused on my health and on my well-being too. And it's not to say I haven't been aware of what's going on in the world, but it feels more and more to me as I awaken more and more that it's all just like a little bit like a stage and we're just playing our parts. And also another thing is I've actually been grieving for the land here in Avalon, and I've been feeling very, very sad about what I've witnessed down at Bridie's Mound, and you may have seen my video of the last walk we had there. We will be making a more detailed video with Merlin of Avalon, and it's a complete desecration of the sacred. And whether you're a pagan, a Christian, it's whatever religion you follow, this is known as a sacred site, whether it's a monastic site or an old Druid pagan site. So it really is. I feel this is a kind of attack on the spiritual. So that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. I've been continuing to interview people on the World Heritage status. And now we've just got 2 more visits left, one Avebury and one in Bath, to finish that film. And we will be having a launch. So obviously all of you YouTubers would be invited to the launch. We're hoping it's going to be at some point in August, most likely to be the end of August, beginning of September kind of time. So just to give you an update of what I've been up to. So I never quite know what I'm going to be talking about, but inner peace has been quite central to me lately, and also kind of lightening the load, as it were. It feels like we're living through quite heavy times, and the miscarriages of justice going on, like with the Lucy Letby case, what's going on with the Epstein list, the files that have just mysteriously disappeared. It's all signs that this old system is definitely crumbling. I'm not really one to go in for this 3D, 5D thing, but people talk about ascension, symptoms and this and that. But I think that we're worldly, earthly beings, and we may be connected to the stars, and maybe even our ancestors are linked to the stars. Certainly when you go to Stonehenge, you feel, wow, how on earth did they actually achieve this? So, but I do feel like we're going through a massive transition, whatever that transition is. And I think the focus to lighten your load, certainly when I started doing this activism last October, and it was something quite new to me, actually, even though my dad was an anti-apartheid activist. You can look him up if you like, Dr. Ghazi, and he was quite renowned in South Africa for what he did. And I kind of grew up with that attitude of being a bit of a warrior. But what I realised is that you just can't do this activism on your own. So what I'm doing is fortnightly, we're meeting up. It was in a cafe, but there was a lot of people listening into our conversations. So I've decided to have it fortnightly in the Beckett's pub at the back. So, and I think another thing that I've kind of started to realise is that, what is outside of us is also inside of us. So even that which we are fighting that might be outside of us is also a reflection of what we are within ourselves as well. So the two are definitely linked. You know, we're not separate from it. And that's helped immensely actually with the campaign, and realising that even though what they're doing is against our moral principles, that we are still all human, aren't we? We're still all fighting our own daily battles perhaps. And, you know, whether you've awakened or not, we still have this in common. We are humans living in this body. Yeah, we are all humans living on this earthly plane together. However, there does seem to be a distinct division. And some would say, you know, some people are fake, some people are real. And I guess it's all about trusting that intuition that we have deep in our souls and also in our bodies as well. You know, sometimes we don't know why we don't like somebody. We just feel it. Maybe it's something in that energetic body, and even online you can kind of feel people's energies. It's crazy, isn't it? And I've just recently found a wonderful channel. She's called the Scottish Fairy, if you'd like to check her out. She's got the most gentle voice, and she tells some stories where she really didn't fit in to her family and things like that. And I just find her channel and her voice and the images of nature so very soothing. So check her out. If you like my channel, you like nature, I think you're gonna love her channel. So some people like Mark Bajowski are saying that there are definitely two types of people in this world. It's definitely divided by good and by evil. And I would argue that there are many sort of like shades between those things. Some people don't believe in evil at all, do they? But it does definitely seem like the discrepancies and the divisions are increasingly apparent, and this polarization seems to be happening, even atomization some people would call it. But I guess your vibe attracts your tribe, and I'm very happy to say that here in Avalon I definitely have tribe around me, and there is the support. And we want to also preserve and protect the spirituality that we have here, which we feel is very unique in the world. And people travel here from all over the world. You know, I get guests from Australia, from France, from Czechoslovakia, and I know that I live in a very unique place with views of Glastonbury Tor from my house. So yeah, we really do need to preserve what we have here in Avalon, and also, you know, what we are and what we do in our lives, you know, affects everything in the world, doesn't it? So I think that the key is to keep that inner core, that inner peace, find that inner peace. I mean, for me, I'm a bit of a clutter bug. I own up to it. I mean, in my mind, I'd love to be all zen, and I am trying to put stuff out daily outside my front door wall so that people will take it away. But I've also been on this health kick, as some of you might know. I've lost 1 stone in probably in a month, actually. So I've been really on a journey with that. And, you know, let's aim to sort of lighten our load, should we? If you can't do it alone, let's do it together. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, sharing with your friends, tell them about Amanda Ambles, the crazy dog lady, greyhound lady that lives in Glastonbury. And yeah, thank you so much for supporting me and watching this. Take care now.